Scene 2. The Odessa dining room. Homey, nice, but not ostentatious. The table is set for 5. Frank and Brandon are already seated. Frank is the owner of an auto body shop, heavyset, all-American. His son Brandon is slight, gentle, more cerebral. Each is comfortable with himself, but uncomfortable with the other.
So, how was your scout meeting last night?
Good, Dad. We're exploring citizenship in the world.
You'd think you'd get enough of that in geography class, huh?
Also, I'm doing some emergency preparedness requirements. There's one on how to prepare for and respond to an auto accident. I was thinking we could work on together.
Well, I know everything there is to know about a salvage operation. I'll take you into the shop, show you some tools.
The doorbell rings.
I'll get it.
He gets up and exits. Kelly and Madison enter.
I don't suppose you washed up, Frank?
24 years you've been telling me, no scrub, no grub. You think I haven't learned it yet?
Madison seats herself as Brandon re-enters with Faye. Faye is taking off layers of snowy winter clothes, revealing her to be much drabber than Madison.
Hello, Faye. How are you?
Kelly comes forward for a hug and takes Faye's winter wear to hang up. Faye, shy and awkward, gives the rest of the family brief smiles. She, Brandon, and Kelly seat themselves.
Faye, you've got good tires for driving in this.
I walked, Father. It's only 12 blocks.
Oh, Faye, they say we're getting 6 more inches of snow tonight. Can't you let up on being a friend of the environment once in a while?
Frank.
What?
She just gives him a look. He rolls his eyes and starts in on cutting and serving what seems to be meat. The others start serving and passing side dishes. Madison uses a scale to weigh her own portions.
Mother, what is that?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing.
It's made of tofu. Tofurkey or something.
Tofunky.
Kel, if this thing is inedible, I'm going to call for a pizza with double sausage.
They'll never deliver in this storm.
Frank grunts in reply. He finishes serving.
Does anyone want to say grace?
I will.
They all bow their heads.
For these and your many other blessings, Lord, please make us truly thankful.
Amen.
They raise their heads and start in on the food.
So, this year for Christmas, as I'm sure you remember, we're going to Oregon to visit your Aunt Redwing.
Great. 10 miles northwest of nowhere.
Not my aunt. She's your freaking weirdo sister.
Crystal broke up with her, and I don't want her to be alone at Christmas. I got tickets today, leaving on the 24th and coming back on the 30th. Madison, you'll be able to spend New Year's Eve with Damien, so I don't want to hear any complaints.
Yeah, now that you mentioned breaking up,
Oh no, again?
he was all, I need space, and I was all, like the one in your head, jerk. Big freaking whatever.
Madison, why would you choose to be with someone you don't respect?
There you go again, thinking with your Boy Scout motto.
Can it, Maddie?
Pause.
So, Brandon, have you thought about whether there are some requirements you could work on with Redwing?
No, that's a good idea.
Hey, we were just talking about me teaching Brandon some emergency auto accident stuff.
What, cleaning up after them? Brandon needs to learn how to respond to them.
Yeah, well, you seem to respond pretty well to the kitchen I paid for with cleaning up after them.
And you seem to respond pretty well to the food I make for you in that kitchen.
What, like this crap?
Maybe we could use the homestead as a jumping off point, like for a camping trip with some backcountry work.
Oh my god, camping for Christmas? Wild horses ridden by boy bands couldn't drive me there.
Right, no engraved invitation for Madison. Brandon, let's call Redwing about it after dinner.
Sure.
Pause.
Faye, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I'd expected to be in the field this last few weeks, but with the weather...
So unseasonably cold.
Yeah, 2 winter storms in early December. A lot of accidents, though. Great for business.
I expect my samples are ruined by now.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
But it's more than that. This weather worries me.
Everything worries you.
It fits the model of what could happen if the thermohealing circulatory pump fails.
Pause while the others look a bit strangely at her.
The Great Atlantic Conveyor Belt, the current of water that warms much of the eastern coast and Europe.
Oh no, gosh, should I pack now for the end of the world?
Nix. Faye, what are you talking about?
We've known for decades that a huge warm current, like the Gulf Stream, carries warm air with it. If a bunch of cold water is dumped into it, like what's been happening with the melting of Greenland's ice sheet, it could stop the current. The current up this coast and in northern Europe would shift suddenly and dramatically.
Kelly looks thoughtful, Frank skeptical, Madison scornful, Brandon perturbed.
Could we, ever have a family dinner without getting Faye's disaster of the week?
Madison, dear, sometimes I feel that way about your love life. Kindly lay off your sister and pass the salt.
Madison sullenly complies.
Faye, could you point me at some info about that Gulfstream thing?
Sure, after dinner we can.
Oh no, now you're gonna fill his head with your anti-American conspiracy theory nonsense.
Faye opens and closes her mouth.
Plenty of room left in my head, Dad.
As long as you don't clutter it up like your sisters.
Madison snickers.
Frank,
Look, I like to keep it simple.